killing homeless people, murder, senseless crime. But the problem is we wait until it shows up at our front door and then we want to do something about it. We wait until a kid in one of our churches gets killed before we decide to march. We wait until one of our relatives, something happens to them, then we want to show up at city council. What's the next step? The next step is in a month's time, within the next 4 weeks, we're going to have another gathering. I'm letting everyone know here that it's going to be a gathering where there'll be resource tables, where we're going to have OSA, Lighthouse, every organization in this community, every church is going to know about it. We're going to find a place. We're going to meet maybe at the Silverdome in the main event, wherever, and we're going to meet and we're going to set tables up. And people are going to explain what they do, what they have to offer, and what they need. And we're going to bring everybody to one place so that none of us can say, well, I didn't know they did that. We're going to get with organizations and churches that have vans and buses available, and we're going to get our congregations there. And we're going to make sure that nobody in this community is left behind. Not just the children, but we're going to make sure no neighbor left behind, no church member left behind, no social worker left behind. We've got to engage each other. And that's the cry, that's the plea that I'm putting out there right now. That's the thing every day. I don't care about planning stuff. There's some things, if you see people that are homeless or hungry, feed them and clothe them. Instead of waiting for somebody else to do it. That's what TPN is. We're not some great or grand organization. We're just a group that sees a problem and wants to implement a solution. How simple is that? We've got 50 million mentor programs all working in their own corner, but our kids are still not getting mentored. We got 5 people that'll show up for a school board meeting. Unless there's problems going on, then you get 20 people to come up there and cuss them out. We're going to change. Many people get up and say, you know what, you're right, we should. No, we're going to change. We're going to bring gang violence down. We're going to bring homelessness down. We're going to bring teenage pregnancies down. We're going to make sure that senior citizens have help and that they can afford their medication. We're going to, when somebody, an elected official says, well, no, this is what we're going to cut, or this, no, we're going to get together as one voice and say, no, because if you do this, it's going to cause this problem. We can do more together than we can separate. We have to work together. We're going to. And that's the reason why I ask everyone to leave their email address or some way of contact. And if you haven't done that, please do, because you will get a response within the next 2 weeks with the specifics as to what we're going to do in this community. On the back of our TPN shirts, it says, I am Pontiac. And the reason that I wanted that on the back of there is because sometimes we have to just repeat stuff over and over and over. And sometimes when people are behind us, we need them to encourage us by reading what's on our back. I am Pontiac. And I say that to myself every day. I am Pontiac. When I was 14 and got expelled from Pontiac Central and tried to take my own life and was kicked out for drug possession, I was still Pontiac then. So at 14, I'm expelled from Pontiac Central, and at 36 years old, I come back to Pontiac Central, and that's where we started our church at, in the auditorium. So you don't count anybody out in this city. You don't count the city out. You don't count these teens out. And instead of just telling the kid to pull his pants up, go over and shake his hand and find out what his name is. Engage. I'm saying this to the churches. Get out and engage the community. To people that have nonprofit organizations, stop putting together all these plans and then getting mad when people don't come to your meetings. Go get people. We've got to work together. I am in 100% support of our school board. I may not have showed up for everything, but I'm changing. I'm going to change my ways. There's a scripture in the Bible, as I'm closing, a scripture in the Bible that says, let a man examine himself to see if he's in the faith. I don't have time to look at you because I'm so busy looking at me and what I need to change. There's a lot of things I need to change. And so I'm encouraging you tonight, your next step, where do we go from here? You need to leave here tonight after everybody that's spoken, after everything that's happened, after all the people you met, and you've got to say to yourself, you know what? I thought this person was like this, but I found out something different tonight. You know what? I sat in a room with people from all ethnic backgrounds, all walks of life. We didn't discuss Republican, Democrat stuff and all of that. We just came for the same reason. This guy right here, this white guy sitting up here.